Good morning, everybody. Happy 4th of July. It's America's birthday. Greatest country in the world. She made 250 years old today. But today, waiting on my buddy Mike to show up. He's bringing the new project for the channel, and then we're going to go over and ride with him to Lafayette, go pick up his new project. So we're going to have a good-ass day. Sorry if I've not been the most social on social medias and stuff like that. It's been a pretty rough week coming up to this. Obviously, y'all know, the ones y'all know, some of the things on the personal side I've been dealing with. And then also, I lost a very good friend of mine this past week. She was a sheriff's deputy here. One of the most genuine human beings I've ever known, and just a fantastic person. I was very proud to know her. She was killed in a motorcycle wreck. We had her funeral yesterday, so been a lot going on around here. So we're gonna cap it off and have boys' adventure today, just to shake back and have some happy times. Come on in and watch, y'all. Well, I'm back. I didn't really film a lot. I went with my buddy Mike. We went and picked his car up, a beautiful 62 Chrysler. I didn't film a whole lot because Mike doesn't like really being on camera, which I can totally respect. He's my boy, totally respect him for it. And we were just having a bro day, which was awesome. But first off, happy birthday, America. The greatest country on the fucking planet. If you don't love America, you can kiss my star-spangled ding-dong, okay? I love my country. I may not love my government, but I love my country, and I love my fellow citizens. I love everybody here in this country. We're an amazing place, and I live in the gumbo pot of the country, okay? Now, with that being said, happy 4th to everybody. I'm going to enjoy a Dr. Pepper, then I'm going to go get the adult beverages. But say hello to the new channel project. This is a 2005 Ford Crown Victoria Police Interceptor. And if you know me, you know I have an obsession with Panthers. Now, she needs a little bit of work, but I am super stoked for this car. Now, I stand corrected. This is actually not a P71. This is a civilian Vic. And how I can tell, no certified calibration and no center trunk switch. So that means she is a LX or civilian Vic. Needs a door panel. I don't know if it's in the trunk. Fixing to see about trying to get this window up because it's fixing to rain. And of course, she is a 4.6 liter modular. But I'm gonna get a battery and all that, and we're gonna see if we can get her fired up. We did jump her and get her over here earlier, but I'd like to root through her a little bit more. Right, we got a BMW battery of questionable terminal and origins. Let's see if it doesn't do anything. It's got a little rattle on startup. Probably honestly needs a good oil change. Smooth. Really freaking smooth. Ugh. Wonder if the AC works. Blower works. Is the compressor kicking on? I would bet not. Yep, no compressor, so she's probably out of Freon. That's fine. She runs good. Just hot and stinky in here because it's been sitting with the windows down in its carport. The transmission. Got we got a transmission. It's like massively overdue for oil change, or they just did it themselves. It runs freaking great. All right. So hey guys, y'all join me back here on the farm. So I went to my local pick and pull, and unfortunately I came out empty-handed. The Crown Vics they had all had damage here, and it's kind of the part I need. So like I said in the first part, this is an 05 Crown Vic non-police interest. This is an LX. This is a standard Crown Victoria. And so I'm basically going to go through the basics on this car. This is pretty much what I do on every one of these cars that I pick up, either for resale to put on my lot and resell, or dailying. I like the fact that this car hasn't had an oil change. I like to see how an engine's been running. So if I know when I see bass boat paint, chocolate milk, whatever, kind of points me in a direction how I need to lean with this car. I got a can of Freon. The AC is not working, so I'll see if there's some AC. So I got a can of Berryman's too, because there's barely any fuel in the tank. The low fuel light is on, and the smell of the fuel it is running on is kind of rank and old. So I got some 93 no ethanol, and I've got can of B12, but I also had a can of the 44K BG cleaner. So I'm just going to dump both of them in this 10 liters of gas I got. And we're going to put it in the tank, and you know, I can just rejuvenate all this. Makes sense? And I got to laugh because I still have a friend of the channel, Jay Bernard's fuel can. I need to make a point to Thibodeau and bring him his gas can back, but it's been getting used a lot here at home. So Jay, if you're watching this, buddy, the next chance I get to go down your way, I'll bring you your gas can back. We had left it in my car on Poverty Tour. But let's see, that's solid, not solid. Well, fender will work. I need a screwdriver is what I need. I don't want to break any of these plastic plugs or anything like that. But I always found it easier just to dump it in your jerry can. Then you got no need for a funnel. There's our 44K Platinum Cleaner. And then the BG Berryman's that has the little hole here. See that? The little hole is a little hard for people like me with gratuitously meaty fingers. And actually, this can's almost full because I brimmed like I do pretty much every fuel can. So we'll just, luckily since that's a small bottle-like shape, we'll just, you know what we're doing. I don't have to explain it to you. Over here under a shade tree at the house because it is Mississippi, so that means it's hotter than two fat girls twerking in a wool sock. But let's go dumping some good stuff down our throat hole and see if maybe the gas gauge comes up. If it doesn't come up, well, then we've got bigger problems to deal with. All right, little buddy, you gotta drink up now. Being that I could hear that pour into the tank, I'm pretty sure she's actually pretty fucking empty. Let's see. I think it comes out of this can a little bit faster than what the vent valve can breathe off. So, probably the reason for the check engine light in this thing, aside from, you know, probably a million other problems, being this is a 210,000 mile, 21-year-old car. But, yeah, this is my usual go-through process on most cars. This car I'm on the fence about. I'm either A, going to fix it up and keep it for a daily, because I do genuinely love Crown Victorias. Well, Panther cars in general. My personal favorite is Lincoln Town cars. I like them better just because obviously they're very opulent, very nice cars. But, you know, for 650 bucks and I got a Vic, not gonna complain. So let's see if that gas gauge works now. You'll get to come inside with me. And that was 10 liters, 2.5 gallons. Well, yeah. The gauge does work, because it was sitting with the idiot light on. All right, so we are gonna, I get to see under the car too, doing the patented extreme oil change. I don't have any music, so there. Nothing on that magnet there. Just smells like some old engine oil. I'll call that a win. Put the drain plug over here somewhere. Just gonna let all this crap drain out, and we'll go from there. All right, so pulled off the filter, pulled off the oil. There's no bass boat paint, no metallic. Just dirt. That's not anything on the, that's no metallic there, that ridging you're seeing there. That's just the old gasket. It's just very old, unchanged oil. So, positive there. Put that in the trash wagon. Now, the filter I put back on it is a Motorcraft FL820S. I am a firm believer in my Fords. I put Motorcraft everything. Argue with your mama. So now, I'm going to give a little mocha in there. And then we'll put our Super Tech. Now, anyone knows me, I'm usually a Valvoline, Liquid Moly kind of guy. However, when I do a cheap car that I am repurposing, I use cheap oil. And honestly, contrary to popular belief, the Walmart Super Tech is actually pretty dang good oil. Fun fact, the oil actually comes from the refinery down the road from me. I actually have family and friends that work at that refinery. So a lot of times we look at, we buy that for our cheaper cars. We're still putting solid oil in it, but it's, a little job security for family and friends. All right. So we're out here. I did the extreme oil change. I haven't flushed the cooling system or anything yet. But we're diving into the air conditioning because I'm pretty sure you can look and see on the camera. It's hot. It's about 93 right now. So I've tested all the fuses, all the relays. They're good. So my last course of option before going to somewhere else, and this is something you can do at home. So I don't know if you can see this, but the system is full of Freon. And I reached down and grabbed the front of the compressor and the clutch and all, and it turns freely. Like there's no you can feel like the compression resistance, but you don't feel like, it's not locked up or nothing like that. So right here is your low pressure switch. So what I have done is remove the dingle flopper here, the connector. And so I'm going to start this car up, and I'm going to plug a wire jumping the terminals on this. And if there's nothing wrong further down the line with the compressor or like the actual activator on the clutch, this will work. And then that will tell me that the low pressure switch right here is the problem, because everything here is good. It's got voltage here, things are working properly. So this is our last step. So I'm going to start the engine up, and we're going to try again. And like I said, if this works, we should have a compressor engaged. So we will plug that there, and then we've got nothing. So that tells us that there is a problem with the compressor. Or I'm really stupid. We're gonna go with that option. Oh, dang it. Because the low pressure switch isn't right there. It's right there. I've worked on so many BMWs that my brain has went to BMW things. This is low pressure down here in hot territory. So let me go find our wire that we dropped. We're going to try this again. Ow. Yeah, it's not working. We'll be back. Well, hi there. Well, so this is where we're at so far with the Vic. There is a relay issue, which I have parts coming for. And Sam, will you please get away from the tripod before you send my phone flying? Thank you, sir. I have a boatload of parts coming. They're supposed to be here tomorrow, which is Friday. And then about, not next weekend, but the weekend after, I'm going to go get the body parts so we can put this car together. So unfortunately, this is where it's going to have to end for the part one. I ran out of time before I could do anything. The sucky part is the company I'm going to go get the parts from, Bears You Pull It, their regular location, which is the one by my house, didn't have the parts, where their other site in Mobile, Alabama, about an hour and a half away, has the parts. So we're going to be traveling to Mobile, and we're going to get the parts to finish this car. But until then, I will see you guys in the next video. Love you guys. Hope you have a great time. Hope to see y'all in the next one. And I don't know how to finish this video out, so I don't know. I'm just gonna drive away now. Nobody saw that.
Allons danser des vieux temps haricots. Allons danser.